Alright, hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to a new series that I should hopefully be starting. Today we are going to be doing or documenting the progress of a game. Now, I've just gone ahead and gone into Blender and I've just made a small platform. Now, I'm not the best in Blender, so I haven't made like the best island or anything. I've gone ahead and made just a simple, I guess, kind of starting area where players can spectate the actual game that's going on. Now, the rest of this game is actually made of just walls, and they've just unionized them so that players can obviously just watch the game from the outside. And then I've just stuck it all into a model called Lobby. I'm going to turn that down a tiny bit. So, first of all, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a script in the server script service, and we're going to come up with a name for. I think we're going to come up with a name for the a name for our currency in the game. So we'll go ahead and do that in a second. I'm just trying to do one thing. And make sure that you've got everything good. 1 second. Making sure that I've got everything installed. I've forgotten I actually don't have something installed, which I'm going to go and install now. We are running things off fresh. Okay. Right. So while that's downloading, I can't really do that. Do anything with that for the time being. But let's think of like a currency. What are we going to name a currency? Let's think of it. What do we want our currency to be called? Okay. Well, we'll come back to the name in a sec, but let's go ahead and get the actual structure. So we've got a player service. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make ourselves. We're going to get ourselves a function name. We're going to say on player equal function on player added, and we'll pass the player through there. We'll drop that down a few bars there. We're also going to go ahead and say local on player leave. We are going to also pass the player through there. And now we've got those functions set up, we're going to go ahead and get our event. So we say players got player added, connect on player added. Players got player removing. Player removing, connect on player leave. Just like that. Okay, so now that the players join the game, we are going to go ahead and create the stats. So we'll go ahead and create a folder up here and say local function create stats. And we'll go ahead and call it player folder. So we're going to go ahead and do create stats, and we'll pass the player through there. on the player added. We're also going to go ahead and I'm going to say local data store service equals game get service data store service, just like that. We're also going to go ahead and call it a currency store, so we'll say local currency store equals data store service get data store, and then we'll say currency store version 0.001 or something like that. And that way we should be able to just update this value if we need to reset the data store at any point. So once we've done that, we are going to go ahead and we are going to create the stats. So we're going to say local ls equals instance.new, and this is going to be a folder. I'm going to parent that folder to the player folder. I'm going to name that ls.name equals leader stats. And once we've done that, we're going to go drop above it, and we're going to create two functions now. We're going to say local function get data, and we're going to pass the player, and we're also going to pass the stat to get, or the data to get, Okay, so that's happened. So now we're going to make a sort of we're going to go ahead and we're going to come up with our currency. So we'll say local currency equals instance.new. I'm going to say an int value. And our currency name, again, we're not yet decided that, so we're going to try and think of something to go ahead and do. Meanwhile, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. It's my bad. That is my bad. I'm just going to get that out of the way here. Do that in the background. So, we've got our currency. And what we're going to call it, let's go ahead and bring up a name generator. I think we can do that. Currency name generator. Yes. Oh, look what we got here. Right. We've got gems, bits. Actually, I kind of like the idea of having like bits. That's kind of cool. Eternal, okay. Kind of like the idea of bits. I'm like the name of bits. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to say currency dot name equals bits. Bits. Just like that. So let's go ahead and finish our get data function. So we're going to say local success, local key equals player dot user ID. That's going to be the user ID, and that's how we're going to recognize who's got what in terms of the data. So we're going to say local data, because that is our data. I'm going to say local success, comma, error equals people function. Oh, hey, function. just like that. And now we're going to say data is equal to, repeat until, now I'm going to go drop down here, I'm going to say local currency, that's local count equals 0. I'm going to say repeat until success or count. Now we will get an error here, and just to stop that error, we're just going to pass success in through here. Okay. Well, count is equal to 3. So now we're going to say data is equal to, we say currency store, get async key, and then we're going to say data to get dot value, just like that. And that's going to repeat until we have our data. We're also going to just add a wait within here, just so that we don't get any sort of loops. Why is that error in? Why is that giving me an error? Delay number, global weight is depreciated, use weight instead. Okay. I didn't know they changed it. Well, there you go. Roblox changes every day. Oh well. We'll do that after our thing because we don't want to do a random weight beforehand. Do that. Okay, so now we can drop down out of this and we can say if success, then if it is success, then we can return data, just like that. However, else if no, we need to say here, say if data is not equal to nil, or if data then, because if there's no data, then it just means that the if data and success, that's what we do, if data and success, then return, right? Because if there is data, it will return the data. However, else if there's no data, so say if not data, then we are going to say we're going to print this player is new to the game. Just like that. Okay, so that's how I get data function done for this part. What we can do now is we can go ahead and create another function, and we can say save data. And then we'll also pass the player in there. We're also going to pass the data to save. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to say we're going to go ahead and save data. And we'll pass the player in there. Or no, we're going to say we're going to loop through the players folder, the stats folder. So we're going to say local ls is equal to player. Wait for child. Oh no. player.leader stats. Leader stats. Just like that. Now we're going to say, we're going to do a for loop, so we're going to say for I, comma v. I in next. I v, comma next. And we're going to say ls get children do get children do what's going on there? In I in next. I, comma, v in next. Okay, we'll just do it for I, comma, v, it doesn't really matter. I, comma, v in pairs. We'll do get children. So now we're going to, basically we're going to pass our player through, so we're going to say save data. I'm going to pass the player through, and then we're also going to pass v in, because that is our data to save. And now in save data, we're going to go ahead and we're going to say local key is equal to player.user ID, and then we're going to say local count equals 0, local success, comma error equals pcall function and then again we'll put the success through, and this time I'm going to say repeat until success or count is equal to 3. Just remember I have to do something up here. Up here we're going to say, just above the weight, we're going to say count plus equals 1. And that's going to add 1 every time that this loops through. We'll come down here and we're going to say, instead of data, we're going to just say currency store, set async, and then we're going to key, and then we're going to say data to save dot value, just like that. And then we're going to say if success, then print data save successfully. Okay? Else, if it didn't save, then we are going to kick the player, going to kick, just to ensure that their data has saved properly. We're also going to say if data, that's it, yeah, player kick, okay? So now that's happened, we are going to come up here, and now every time we add a currency or every time we add anything, we're just going to pass it through to our get data function. So we're going to say currency dot value equals get data. We'll pass our player folder, and we're also going to go ahead and we're going to pass the currency itself. So currency, just like that. And now that should be our currency system set up. Reckon that's everything I know. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that. Go and press play. And this player is new to the game. There we go. So we know that the player is new to the actual game. And we didn't return it, so that's why it's not. Go ahead and return what I meant to do. Player is new to the game. So why is it not finishing that loop? Let's have a look. Okay. Should still be able to create the stats though, so why is it not returning it? Ah, because I haven't parented. That's what it is. So we need to parent the currency to LS. That's what it is. We're going to press play now. There we go. Our bits has appeared at the top right there. And it says this player is new to the game, which is true. Currently at the moment they are new to the game. Let's go ahead and change our value and see if it saves. Value. Let's change it to 100 or 100 bits, just as an example. Okay, and if we go ahead and we leave the game, it should save the data for us. Ah, forgot to add a waiting. So we're going to get an error here. It'll still be fine, should still work. I just need to add a waiting on the saving. That's my fault. Yeah, I know why it's doing it. Come on, game. That's completely my fault. Hopefully it'll fix itself. There we go. Yep, so I know why that happened. Under my... Yeah, we didn't add a weight here. We also didn't add a count. Plus equals 1. Okay, so now if we go ahead and press play. And there we go. 100 bits. So there we go. Saved it. It's also said, it hasn't said that we are new to the game, so that's awesome. Because we aren't new. So now we know that the player is new to the game. And that's useful because we can then say, oh, this player should have this set of armor when they join the game, or so forth. So now that the players, we've got that sorted out. Now let's go ahead and I'm just going to make sure that I've got everything set up here. Go into this and open this. I'm just going to go ahead and install this because I forgot to install this before I started the stream. Yes, that should be fine. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and design a currency icon because that's what we want. We want to make a kind of like, I'm thinking like more like a diamondy shape for the currency. We've got paint installed. Yes, we do. Okay. So this is, I'm just going to go ahead and design a sort of design for it. I'm thinking like, sort of like kind of like a diamondy shape, sort of, but like, I can get this right. Something like, see if we can get this angle right. Thinking something like that. Like it's gonna shape like that. And we'll have like an inner shape like this as well. You know. Kinda like this. Obviously, it's not that great because it's in Paint, but I will be making it in Photoshop. But you can get the idea. It's going to be like that, and then we're going to go ahead and I want this out a bit to be like a blue, and then but I want like a tintish of green, like that. That's the idea that we're going for. All the premise we're going for. So go ahead and open up Photoshop. And we'll begin creating it. We're going to create new, and we're going to go to Roblox now, and we're just going to go ahead and sort of design it now. So we're going to go into our Start UI, we'll create a screen UI. The screen UI, we're going to name it to be, we'll call it Stats UI. Stats UI. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do an image layer just so we can get like a reference image, the size. Okay, we're going to go ahead and have it like, kind of like it like that size in game. Let's have a look what it looks like in game. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's kind of right. Okay, a little bit over to the left, but yeah, that's what we're going to go for. We'll also get rid of the default kind of menu pop-up, so we can have a nice, cleaner UI design. So we'll go ahead and just, I want it to be about there. I think that was quite right, quite nice there. So that's going to be a 79 by 75. So we'll go ahead and go to Photoshop here. And we'll go ahead and do that. So 79 by a 75. That's in pixels, yes, that's correct. Pixels, yes. So 79 by 75. And then we want a transparent background. And go ahead and press create. We'll go ahead and zoom in. So this is going to be our image. So let's go ahead and first of all we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a grid up. So we're going to go ahead and do, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? View. Where is it? Ah, new guide. New guide layout. There we go. So we'll go ahead and we're going to say we want 20 or 2 and 10, 20. 4, 1. How about 0.1, 0.9? Where's the right number I'm looking for? Actually, that's not it. Where is it? I'm looking for a specific like thing, lay type. Where is it now? Go to preferences, I suppose. Guides, there we go. This is it. Okay, so we want to change that to pixels. And we are going to put that to 2, subdivide it by 2. Okay, now we should be able to go view, and then we should be able to say show grid. Okay, there we go. So we can go ahead and go back to preferences and go to guides. We can make that a little bit bigger now. We set it to like 4. We can. That's not what I want. We go ahead and we set it to 4. Press OK. Nope, that's not right. I can't see what I'm doing. 1. Grid line entry. Let's say if you set that to 4, there we go. We can see the difference straight away. That's kind of good actually. But now we've got like half off, so we need to try and make sure it's not half off. Okay. Let's do like 4. Let's do 2. Okay, let's grid entry. We set it to like 3. 4. 3 is okay actually. Yeah, 3 is okay. So, if we go ahead and give ourselves a pencil now, we should be able to just like colour in. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a new layer on. And we're going to start by, first of all, increasing our brush size to about 2. And that's not big enough. So about 3. That's perfect. Okay. Right. So we're going to start off with creating that shape that we first wanted. So we want like a diamondy shape. So from a chair here. So let's go and start with the diamond shape. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, off. Misclick there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 6 tiles across. Let's go 7, 8. Okay, that's good enough. Let's see how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we need to go 2 tiles to the left. 1, 2. Okay, that's our top like section, I guess. Let's go ahead and we wanted to have like a section down here. So we're going to go ahead and go down 1 and go across 1. That. Go down 1. Steady. All right. Down 1, across 1, down 1, across 1. All right. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's go down 4. That's good. Yeah. Go down 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. That's our 4. Right? So now we're going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. I don't know why I feel like 8, but that feels like a right amount. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, 7. No, 7, 8. Now we've done that, we're going to go ahead and do the opposite here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. So it's 4 in total. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's all right. 4. There we go. We'll do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we just go ahead and finish that up. Alright, So that's our kind of, I'm feeling like that's how our currency is like gonna look. So we can go ahead and instead I want to do like an inner one, so we're gonna go ahead and drop this down to half that. So we're gonna say like a 1.5 maybe, yeah? Yeah, that's good. Then we're just gonna go ahead and I think, because it is gonna be even, or uneven, sorry, we're gonna go ahead and just, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 6, 7, 8, okay? That's 8. 2. Is that even? Let's just make sure that it's like fully on the tile, and then I think, yeah, 1 tile's difference. Okay, that's good. Perfect. See, here's where it gets a little bit more kind of in depth. So we've done that, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go 1. Oh no, we're going to go down here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, okay. 3. That is 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then we go 4. Yeah, that should be fine. And that is 4. Okay. So now we're going to go down here. Go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And then we're going to go in 1, drop down 4. Okay, 2. That's 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's alright. 4. That's our 4th drop down. Now we're just going to replicate that on the opposite side. So we are going to go down. So 1, 2, 8, 4. Okay. And then we go down 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and go down 4. So go in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we should be able to just match that up. And that is like the idea of my like currency, so to speak. That's going to be like the style of it. Now I want this outer bit to be like a green. So like that colour. And we want it to be, that's how it's going to be, like that. And then I kind of want, I don't know, I'm going to play around a little bit and have a look, maybe it's like do another layer, why not? Go for a bit more yellowy, kind of like that colour. Oh gosh, no. Like that, I kind of like that actually. I do kind of like that. I kind of feel like it should have like some sort of like wording on it, you know what I mean? Like if we drop this, if we go to our pen and we drop it down to, we'll also probably erase this as well, which we will do. But oh no, I don't really like the style of that. Can I get a square? Yeah, I can. A block. Okay, let's go ahead and increase the size of that though. Increase that size a little bit. That's a bit too big. 2 pixels. That's good actually. That's good. Yeah, let's just go ahead and make it like a half. Yeah, that makes it like look really nice. Just getting rid of like it, making it look like a half. Okay. See, like here as well, it's like we can just like making it so it's not as blocky. But that is looking good. Just need to do that for the other side as well. Like, see how it looks like it's quite nice, that it's quite clean looking. Maybe it's actually... Yeah, that was perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this as well. Just going to try and follow that kind of edge up. So it's nice and smooth. That's perfect, I think. Yeah, kind of like that. So we'll go ahead and... So it's just like so thick against the background here. We could probably just like... Just click a little bit. Okay, there was a little bit of a mistake there. Just kind of, I don't want it to be like so thick. It's got really thick there. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it like 1 block. It's gonna be like pixel art, so to speak. But right, really clean. That's basically what we're going for. Pixel art, but really clean. Let me get those last little blocks. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, that works. That works a lot. I kind of like it all one like. So let's bring it down to 1 pixel, maybe, and we can go ahead and just go ham with it. Yeah, that looks awesome. And I just want kind of like it just being 1 block all the way around. So let's go ahead and just kind of trace it around now. Making sure that we have like just 1 block on either point. Yeah. Oh, I just thought of something actually. That kind of looks really nice the way I've just did that. Like that kind of looks actually kind of cool. I'm in an outer ring. I think I might actually do that. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm not the best, but I try to do as best as I can. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna look awesome. If we go out 1 more, then go down here, yeah, that's gonna look awesome. Having like an outer ring. Let's go ahead and go to brush mode. Bring it down to 1 pixel. Just gonna go ahead and oops, that's not the right colour. Just gonna start tracing outer ring. Like that. Leave 1 block gap, 1 bit gap. Can't even say the right words. 1 block gap between each part. Yeah, it's actually looking quite cool. So erase it and then push back. Just go and trace it around again. Just like that. Making sure that I can get that nice clean outline. That's not what I want to do. Edit, redo. So I think it looks really clean to have like a outer ring. Yeah, that looks awesome. Okay, and then we can go ahead and we can just make it like a lighter green, maybe. How does that look from a distance? Yeah, that looks cool. I like that a lot. So we can also go ahead now and we can just start to like zoom in here. We can go to brush, and now we can just go ahead and call it. So we're going to name it bits, we said. So let's go ahead and do a black outline. Write the word bits. So we're going to need a B. We'll go ahead and write a B in it. What does that B look like? 1 second, it needs a look up at B. Ah, okay, yeah, that looks awesome, yeah. So I've got the reference image up now. Let's just go ahead and clear a space for our letters. We can always fill this back in later. Right, okay. So we've got one corner here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. And then we go down. We're gonna go there. 1, 2, 3. 4, why not? 1, 2, 3. Just go down here. Actually, probably we'll just go 3 because there's enough room there. And then, yeah, that worked fine. Yeah, that's gonna look nice. Maybe I will probably pull it back one more. It's in line. Just like that. And then again, pull this back. Yeah, that's gonna look nice. And now we'll go ahead and do a pixel eye. That should be very simple to do. 1, 2, 3. We'll go 4. And then we'll go like a double. That should work nice, yeah. Go ahead and yeah, if we do need to move it over, we can do. Yeah, I think we will. I think we'll move it over one more because it does. It's in line then. Yeah, that looks perfect. Then we'll go ahead and bring it over here. We can probably bring it over one more as well. Just so it's in line. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I probably will bring that over just one more, because remember I've got call it bit, so BITS, bits, whatever. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna look fine once we've actually got it. What's going on now? I haven't changed anything, so why is it like weird? What have I pressed? Press something. Ah. What have I pressed that's made it go like fading? I don't know what I've done to make it go like that. What I don't even know what I pressed to make it like. Oh, it's because it's a pencil. No? Don't know what I've done. No, that's nothing. Opacity, that's what it is. Ah, got it. Okay. Don't know how I did that. Right, okay. So there's a B. Yeah, we'll move the I over. 2 more. Yeah, that's gonna look perfect. Yeah. Right, what on earth am I doing? Right, B. There we go. BI. Right, let's set this and let's go for B. Just start painting this now. So it looks a lot nicer. Yeah, it's gonna look awesome, that. BI. Then we'll have a T here. So yeah. We're gonna look up pixel T. So T, just to see what it looks like in terms of what we've done. And yeah, T is quite straightforward, so we'll go ahead and we will do a black. And we'll go for like a double T, like a possibly even like that. That's perfect, yeah, that's perfect. Perfect, okay. A bit, yeah, that looks perfect. Alright. Though I kind of feel like it should be like And I like. Yeah, that's gonna look cool. Yeah. I do think that could be like more like that though. I suppose the I don't really like it how it's like too it's like too much, you know. I think it's just nice to have it like a simple bee, understand how a bee looks, and that looks nice. One bit, yeah. There's just something about this top though. I don't like this top. Like I could do better. Do with that, or it's not like for that. Yeah. That works. I think it does anyway. Or is it because it's not even here on the bottom? Like, does it have to be like that? Get rid of that, and then yeah, that works. That works a lot. So yeah, that's the idea that like the currency. It's like look like that a little bit. Now, can I actually center that? Because it's not actually centered at the moment. I should do. Should be able to just move that down. Yeah. Oh, it's like centered. That's good. Go ahead and just fill this in. That's good, actually. Yeah, that's good. Although I think I will move it over one to the right. Just one. One square to the right. Like. Yeah, no, I'll keep it like that, I think. Yeah, one square to the right should work. Like that, yeah. That's centered. Perfect. Yeah, that works fine. One bit, yeah. So we can go ahead and play a little bit now with his features. We can go ahead and yeah, that's looking awesome. Add a real like depth to it. Yeah. Outer bevel. No, that's horrible. No. I kind of like the inner bevel, and then the technique, chisel hand. Yeah, that's cool. I like that, but I don't like how it's like there's like a light at the top, if you know what I mean. You see how it's like. That's good. It was like an overlay rather than. That's good. Yeah, I like that. Let's change it from this horrible paley colour to more like a gold orangey colour. Like that colour. That's kind of nice colour actually. Yeah. That's definitely it. Now let's go ahead and select all of it. Let's center it into the middle of the screen. Just like that. And then I think we can go ahead and put a stroke to it on the outside. And then let's have it like a overlay. And then opacity, we're just gonna change that down. We're gonna go ahead and set the colour to be like a red, maybe, or like a blue, or no, I think we'll just leave it like that. That's good enough without the stroke, actually. Maybe just texture it. That could work actually. Add it a little bit of randomness. Change it to like maybe it's a water texture. Maybe it's just adding a noise. I think that's probably better actually. Yeah, we'll do. Where is it? Filter. Add noise. Yeah, that's perfect. Not that much though. It's just a little tiny bit. Perfect. One bit. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty good actually. It looks awesome. So just go ahead and file save that as save on the computer. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and save that into my Roblox folder. We'll go ahead and call that. Well, we'll go ahead and make it a PNG. I'll go ahead and call it Bitcoin. Not Bitcoin, but like Bitcoin. Like a coin, but bit, okay? Right. So now here is our image label. We'll go ahead and rename that. We'll go ahead and call that currency image, whatever. And this is where we're going to go ahead and upload it from. Add image, choose file, we go, 1 Bitcoin. Yes. And that is actually looking okay, but we need to set the transparency to 1. And that is actually looking pretty good. Now if we scale that up, it should scale up quite nicely. Hold shift, sorry. I don't know what size I want it, so I'm moving like that. Let's have a look what that looks like in game first before we do any coding towards it. Yeah, that looks awesome. Now, how do we actually get that to display? Well, that's how we're going to do now. First of all, I think you can add, we have the UI strokes, yeah, they're a thing now, yeah. Thickness. Okay, now we'll leave that for now. UI corner, and we can set that to like 20 to 20. Oh, it's the image in it. Yeah, that's what the problem is. That's better. Alright. So that's going to be our currency. So now what we're going to do now is we're just going to put that inside of a frame. So we're going to go frame. We're just going to go ahead and make this kind of like, I'm going to go for like a kind of like PS5 type theming. So we're going to go UI corner. I'm going to make that like really sharp. Not 200. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab that and just place that inside now. I'm just going to move that down a little tiny bit. Okay, and I really want this to be like, I want it to be like a grey, a darker grey. Like, for that, that's nice. Go ahead and center that now. And we're going to go ahead and add a text label. That's going to go underneath that. And that's like directly underneath it. There we go. Yeah. That should be fine. Make sure it's in line. We're going to go ahead and set the background to 1. Scale the text up. We're going to choose a nice font for that. That's good. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do making sure that it fits inside of the frame there. We're going to make the stroke colour white. We'll make that stroke visible. And the text colour, we can make it like something like Or do we go the opposite? Yeah, we can go the opposite. We can go like white and then have like a black stroke, or even a red. Yeah. Red looks good actually. Yeah, and we'll go ahead and call this the frame. We'll call it bits frame, and we'll go ahead and we'll call it bits text. Bits text. We'll go ahead and set the text to nothing at the present moment. So where's the text now? So your text, go ahead and set that to nothing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our players currency, so we're going to go ahead and insert a local script into here. So local script, say local player plus game get service players dot local player. Right. So with the local player, I'm just going to go ahead and for I can be in pairs. Do player. Get children. Then we'll go print V, just so I can remember what's inside the player. Okay, so then we've got player scripts. Okay, so now we're going to we're going to get the player from the character. So we're going to say so we're going to say local currency equals script dot parent dot bits text. Okay, so now what we're going to say is we're going to say bits currency dot text is equal to, I'm also going to say local bits equals player dot leader stats, wait for child leader stats. Okay, I'm going to say, what did we name it in here? We said bits. Copy that. We'll say wait for child bits dot bits. Okay, and now we're going to say currency dot text is equal to bits dot value. Right. We're also going to go above here. I'm going to say currency dot changed. No, sorry. Bits dot changed connect function right, and then we're just going to say currency dot text equals bits dot value. Right, so now if there's anything that happens to our currencies thing, it will change and it will update automatically. So we'll go ahead and press play, and there we go, our bits has been shown. That's going to be nice. It's not exactly center, so I'm going to have to fix that. I'm just going to center that now as much as I can. That should be centered now. We're also going to have to scale it so that it is, yeah, that's center. Okay, nice. We're also going to get rid of this bar up here. Come on, game. Come on, game. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Right. So that's that. We're going to... So first of all, we're going to select our frame. We're going to go to plugins. And we're going to go ahead and go unit conversion. We're going to go ahead and do size. We're going to scale. Because right now it's set to offset. Go ahead and scale it. We'll go down to currency image and scale that as well. On its position as well, its position is fine, so that's fine. We'll also do that for the text as well. Now, for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that it's the right size. So let's go ahead and set it to the same size. Make sure that that's the same size as well. Go ahead and press play. Have a look at that. That looks perfect. It actually looks perfect. I like that a lot. We can tell it as our bits. Let's go ahead and get rid of our... How do we get rid of this? Although I've just realised that the image is slightly cut off, so we're going to have to fix that. So let's go down here and stretch instead, maybe. And we'll go ahead and test and play. Yeah, that looks perfect. Okay. So we can go ahead and add a stroke to the text, I think, the UI stroke. Not the text, sorry. This box we've got here. Also don't like the fact that it's not centered. It's going to get me off for now. That should be better now. We'll go ahead and we can go and put a transparency in the frame. So right around, we'll say 0.5, 3, 0.3, yeah. It is seeable through, and that won't affect the user's experience then. There we go. We'll go ahead and also, that's not centered. It's really annoying me that it's not centered. Come on. Come on, Roblox. Right. Why is that not centered? What is going on here? Right. Stop. Clean up. Okay. We need to just center that. There we go. That's centered. Okay. Though it doesn't look centered, it is centered when it's in the thing. Okay. Right. So now let's get rid of the starter page UI. So let's go ahead and we'll go into our local script here. And we're just going to come up here and we're going to say our local starter GUI is equal to player. One more second. You need to look up this one moment here. How to disable player startup leader stats menu Roblox. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I was right, okay. So we're going to go up here, I'm going to say local starter GUI. Starter GUI. the GUI. Just the game, get service. And actually, probably best not to do it here. Actually, we can do it through the client script on the player side. And we'd say we'll call this player setup, whatever. Yeah, that should be good enough. So now we'll go ahead and we'll say local starter GUI equals game, get service, starter GUI. Then we're going to say starter GUI, set core GUI enabled. And we're going to go ahead and say enum dot core GUI for GUI type. I'm going to say playlist. We'll go ahead and set that to false. I'm just going to add a note here and we'll say disables the player leaderboard so that we can display custom UI in. That should be good enough. Display custom UI. Okay. So now we go ahead and press play. We should be. Yep. We've got our UI, and we can't actually now click any buttons to disable that. That's perfect. That's exactly how we wanted it. Now the great thing about this is we can say we can actually do something quite cool here, and we can actually rotate our coin whenever there's an increase of, like, I don't know, let's say 100 coins or something. So we'll say this is our UI update. So we'll go ahead and name that script, and we'll call it. So we'll say currency update. Currency updater. And I think we're going to call it here for tonight in terms of what we've accomplished. So if you want to see more of this, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and my name's Ryan. I'll see you guys.